going to go ahead and get started even as people are hopping on today. So hello and welcome. I'm excited to be here, meet a little bit about the Plexus opportunity. I'm going to try to keep this to about 15 or 20 minutes and try not to go over because I want to be respectful of your time. So I am going to start. Well, let's see, there it goes. Start by introducing myself. My name is Alysun Caldwell. I'm a Senior Ruby Ambassador. And I've been with Plexus for about 7 years now, and y'all probably may or may not know what a Senior Ruby Ambassador is, and that's okay. We'll explain a little more about that later. But just a little bit of backstory on me. We are a Marine Corps family. We moved a lot. So throughout that whole journey, my husband retired about 2 years ago. So throughout that whole journey, I was a stay-at-home mom to 3 kids. I love the idea of network marketing, but we ended up with 0 savings and no investments. We were basically stuck with a huge debt load. Our youngest son was diagnosed on the autism spectrum, and we had gone through a huge biomedical intervention with the help of integrative specialists and lots of supplementation and medications and all the things. None of it was covered by insurance. So we were really tight on money. It was approaching sheer desperation, borrowing from Peter to pay Paul kind of thing. So it was scary to be in that position where we had a debt load that we couldn't cover, worth every penny. He's recovered and he's amazing. And Plexus helped with that, but that's a whole nother call. But we had just kind of been stuck in that rut and we didn't really see a way out. Personally, I was doing all the right things with my health, but I wasn't seeing a whole lot of results. And so I just kind of felt frustrated overall. Like I said, I love the idea of network marketing. I'd tried several different companies before and I had failed at several of them. I'd do okay for a little bit, but kind of back and forth. I had a really hard time ever making more than I spent. So my husband and I had kind of sworn off any MLM network marketing. We were just done. Then we moved to Alabama and I met my friend Randy at a run club and she offered this opportunity to me right away. And I, kind of rolled my eyes at her a little bit, probably. I was not at all interested. And I was extremely skeptical, mostly because I had all that experience with supplementation and, those other not so good experiences with network marketing. And so I was very skeptical. It took me about 2 months to kind of get over myself and join, but I made about $670 in the first couple weeks. Went over 1,000 the next month, and it's grown pretty consistently since there. So it's been a whole lot of fun and very rewarding. But enough about me. You're here to learn a little bit more about Plexus. So I want you to read through this list, but I'm going to kind of focus in on the top 3. So we have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, which if you're familiar with that, something you can Google and look up. That means that we are top tier in all areas with the Better Business Bureau, with customer service, our corporate offices, our warehouse, our production, everything is in that top tier. And we are also even a finalist for the Torch Award for Ethics. So it makes me super proud to be involved with this company. We kind of own that microbiome and gut health space. We were sort of the pioneers in this market. And the products are absolutely incredible. They're one of a kind, but that's, like I said, that's a whole nother call. And there are plenty of opportunities to plug into that where you can learn more about the products and what they can do. But I want to share a little bit about our business model. So there are no required purchases. Which that for me was huge. It's nice to know that you can just kind of order your products that you want every month and you're still able to build a business. You don't have to carry inventory. You don't have to have all this stuff. And that was a really big relief for me because, like I said, inventory had bit me a couple of times already. So I was not a big fan of that part of it. I did love network marketing for the idea of working from anywhere. And I think these days after 2020, it's become a little bit kind of almost overused and oversimplified because yes, people are working from home. There are tons and tons of virtual jobs now, which is great that a lot of people have found after 2020 that they can work from their home. But you're working from your home for somebody else. And so a lot of times they are requiring you to be on your computer a certain number of hours. Maybe they're checking how many keystrokes you have or how many files you've put, into the system or whatever it is that you're doing. So they're checking all of those things, and you're still kind of tied to being in front of your computer for the most part. With this, you can, carpool with your kids, you can sit in the school pickup line, you can do whatever and just, grab your phone. It's obviously largely social media based, but really you just need a phone and some Wi-Fi and you're good to go. You don't need social media, it just makes it easier. Residual income is that basically pointing out that we get paid every single time our customers order. So every month we receive an income, and that's uncapped. And that's kind of what creates that time freedom, because these are consumable products. So people continue to order them, which means you're not constantly having to go out and, kind of reinvent everything. You're still continuing to benefit because your friends are feeling better. And that allows you to go out and do other things, which is really, really nice, which kind of goes into that consumer demand. The dietary supplement market is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 8.9% between 2022 and 2030. And it says it's going to be 327.4 billion is the estimate by 2030. So I don't know about y'all, but that is a really good market to be part of. So if you're looking at other companies, pay close attention to that. So I want to talk a little bit about the difference between kind of a traditional MLM format, Amazon affiliates, things like that, and social selling. So a traditional MLM is more like you have to recruit business builders. That's the only way to move up on your team. That's the only way to kind of build that business. Typically, there's not much of a customer referral program. A lot of times you don't have as much team support. You've got a little bit more limited resources. Some of them can be very expensive to start up. I've heard between $4,000 and $7,000 for inventory for some of these companies, which just blows my mind. So if you hear those kind of numbers, run away. I feel like in this kind of economy, we should be able to start a business for minimal amount and a very simple process. So that's what we aim to do. A lot of traditional MLMs have set commission percentages. So there's a certain point where you just kind of cap out and you can't earn anymore. And their complicated comp plans are crazy. I've heard some things that I just don't even understand, and I've been around for a while, and some of them are really confusing, and I don't want to have to think that hard. I want to know how easy it is to get paid. So moving on to the next one, if you open up Instagram, you're going to see probably influencers, right? You're going to see people posting Amazon links and LTKs and things like that they are putting out there to show you, the latest and greatest and new products and all those things. And it's really, you have to Google a lot. It's really time consuming to get started there because it's all on your own. You have to go figure out what's new. You have to figure out what people want. You have to, spend the time and the energy. You're paying maybe for outside mentorship, things like that. You have to find the next best thing all the time. And you have to be kind of on that cutting edge, and you have to continue to create this content that's engaging followers. Because if you don't have a big enough following, they won't promote your links. So it's required to have a certain following before you can post things like that. Customers can purchase an item that you've linked, but if they click on it, click out of the browser or something like that, and then you lose the commission and you didn't even know that they were there. And even if you did get the commission from it, you're only getting about 1 to 10%, and you only get it the first time that they do it. So if they're ordering something and they like it and they go back and keep ordering, you're not continuing to get paid for that referral in these cases. So it's a lot of time spent in, and it's a very, very small return comparatively. So the difference here with social selling is that we have a point system. So that allows you to get credit for all of your VIPs, your whole customer base. Every order counts. So whether people are ordering their own stuff or whether they want to work a business like some of us do, it all counts toward your business growth and towards ranking up. So we're not sales driven in the sense that we don't have to have as a team X amount of sales per month to continue to maintain things. We're not sales driven in that regard. So they have compounding bonuses for the customers and the brand ambassadors. And team building is optional. So we can, use that referral link. We can share for individual, like one-time product bonuses, or we can go in and share and build a team. And either way, whatever you're wanting to do, we're here to support as little or as much as you want. We just kind of meet you where you're at, show you what works and what doesn't. So we get the opportunity to get paid up to 5 times per month. There are the weekly kind of more immediate commissions when you shared that referral link. Those are paid out every week. And then once a month, we get an additional commissions check with other bonuses and things like that in it as well. Like I said before, our consumable products mean you're going to get that repeat business because people are feeling better and they want to continue. We have a huge support system. We call it One Plexus, and everybody is really and truly just out there for the good of everybody else. And it's been an incredible community to be part of. The mentorship, personal development, we have relevant social selling trainings. We have tons and tons of content available that's been created for you. There's lots and lots of free resources for you and for your team. And that's stuff that I'll kind of touch on again in a minute. Well, it didn't go. There it goes. So I mentioned before the Plexus points. So Plexus offers profit sharing for all of our brand ambassadors, and that's what they do with our point system. Plexus gives 50% of the company's profits back to the brand ambassador field, and that is unheard of in this industry. And that's why you can earn more money with Plexus than you can with most other network marketing companies. So the Starburst model, you can build a team as wide as you want. It's actually encouraged to build a wider team. You can earn more than your sponsor, meaning you can pass the person that you joined under. And that's something that in some companies you cannot do. So if you're working harder, then you get to pass. And I've seen it happen. And it's just a really good thing to get paid for how hard you're working. We don't have stacking. We don't have balancing legs. If you've heard those terms with other companies where you have to have everything in just the right order or you're not getting paid the best possible way. And I don't know about y'all, but that stuff gets really confusing. So if you can't understand the company's comp plan, again, it's a good sign to go look somewhere else. This one does not have any of that balancing and stacking. You just share all of your customers. As far as getting paid, pretty simple. So we get paid, like I said, 5 times a month, up to 5 times a month. We have weekly and monthly commissions. So on the left of the screen is the monthly rank averages. And like I mentioned, when I opened, I'm a senior Ruby, and that average is pretty right on the money. So it's very accurate, but the sky's the limit. It doesn't cap out at that amount for Diamond. And that may look really daunting. And that may be something where you go, oh, I don't know if I would want to go there. That's okay. You don't have to go to the top. You can start wherever you want. We meet you where you're at. The little graphic next to it is actually from email, where you can see how frequently the paychecks were coming in. And that's a pretty cool thing to know, that you're getting that immediate gratification when you're sharing your referral link. I mean, it's a week, but it's pretty immediate, right? And then it's just as simple as, sharing on social. People order through your link, and then you can get paid up to 5 times a month. So let's talk about incentives. September is an amazing month to join right now. So you might kind of look back like, okay, well, she said she earned this much in the beginning. How much could I earn this month? You get like additional cash, prize incentives, and all these things every single month. They change things up. So there's kind of a list of fun things that some of the recent things we've earned. And I've earned almost all of those. I mean, it's just so fun. They love to spoil us for sharing this with others. So let's say you get your welcome pack and you grab your mom, and mom jumps in. You've referred one person. Mom gets $10 off, because all new VIPs get $10 off this month. And then you've got $35 in cash. And then you've also earned $25 in product credits called perks. And that's something that you can pick and choose what products you'd like. So then maybe you grab your sister and you grab your best friend and they come jump in with you. And now you've earned $305 in bonuses, and you've got a Plexus waterproof Bluetooth speaker that you can see on that little picture right there. So this is just for this month. I mean, most of the time these amounts where it's saying refer 3, you get about 300. For 9 people in your first month, you get about $820. And for 17 friends, you would get about $1,600. Those are real numbers, y'all. I've seen it happen and it's amazing. That is something that continues every month for new people. Those are the amounts that you can earn. And then they, change up our prizes and do all sorts of other fun things. And remember when I said you get all this huge support, right? So these are some of the resources. We have a Facebook group, a Facebook page for everything you need. Maybe you're not sure what to post, or you don't know where to start, or you're like, oh, I don't really know about taking photos, creating content. I don't really know where to start with all this stuff. We have so much information in this Facebook page. And then we also have this new app called Plexus Go that they recently rolled out. It's got a huge resource library. It's got content, it's got images, it's got tips for sharing things. It's got trainings and business building things, earning a spot at Leaders Retreat. That picture up there right now is people are earning a spot to go to Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. And that is something that as a brand new person is totally accessible to you as well. So they really have everything laid out. So if you're looking for something, it's there. We will help you find it, and we have resources galore. And the newest one that I really, really like, the Share a Cart. I was talking about influencers before, and I personally shop a lot from influencers. I mean, we live in this world where anytime you see something that somebody has and, oh, I like that, send me a link. Where'd you get it? Right? How many times do we say that? All the time. So that's what this is. Somebody says, oh, that sounds really good. Send me a link. So you have a Share a Cart available now. This is kind of like the LTK, like to know, but anyone can access it. It doesn't matter if you have a big enough following for Instagram to consider you an influencer. You can just build a cart, you can share the link directly into your stories, and every time somebody uses that link, you get paid about 20 bucks. And it'll be paid out the following week. And then, of course, like I said, you get that other commission payment in the middle of the month with incentives and bonuses. And let's say somebody clicks on your link and you didn't realize they were interested. They click on the link, they place an order, and they didn't say anything to you. Plexus actually will send you an email and say, hey, congratulations, this person placed an order. That way you can follow up and check in with them. It has all of their contact information so that nobody kind of gets left behind there, and you're able to know who's using your link. So maybe you're not really sure what the next step is and how to get started. So when you get off this call, what I want you to do is message the person that invited you. I want you to tell them what inspired you or what rank moved you. And it doesn't have to all be positive. It could be, I really liked that idea over here, but when she said that, I was kind of like, wait, really? Is this legit? It's okay, because we've all got that healthy dose of skepticism, right? I mean, some more than others. That was me. I was a huge skeptic, and I was pretty sure I could prove Randy wrong and show her that this didn't work. But I'm okay being wrong in that sense, because it has been amazing. So it's okay. Ask whatever questions you have. We welcome any and all questions. And then, so what you're going to do, you're going to message the person that invited you. You're going to tell them what inspired you and what rank moved you. If you can't remember the rank name, that's okay. Just, whatever number it was that would make a difference for your family financially, just let us know what that is, and we will help you make that happen. And then if you haven't already, you order your welcome pack. If you don't already have your Share a Cart link, ask for one to be sent to you. We can put in that promo code that'll get you that $10 off for the welcome pack, and that'll already be uploaded into your cart. And then you're going to grab your 3 people to do this with you. Like I said before, you don't even have to post, you have to do anything. You just grab your mom, your sister, your best friend. You don't have to do anything. You get those 3 people, and then you have $300 in cash. If you grab 6 people, you earn over $400 in cash. So it's really just such a good time. We share things all the time. And I was thinking about, I drank out of a hydro jug for a long time. like the really big gallon hydro jugs, and people commented on it all the time. What is that thing? What is that? And I was like, oh, it's a hydro jug. I love this thing. I get all my water in every day. And so I would tell them about it. They would go buy it. I never made any money off of a hydro jug ever. And if they got more than one, I certainly didn't make money off of that either. So if you're going to share something you love, you might as well get paid for it, right? So instead, if they're asking like, hey, what are you drinking? Oh my gosh, this is my favorite stuff ever. It's the best drink because it keeps me from being the yelling mom. I'm not tired in the afternoon at 3 like I usually have that crash. Doesn't happen anymore. I've got it mixed up and it is amazing. So you tell her, she clicks on orders, $20 cash. So, I mean, if we're going to have fun and tell people what we love anyway, we might as well get paid for it, right? So you're going to grab your first 3, maybe your 6, and you're going to make your first post, and we'll help you with that. So don't be nervous. Don't worry about it. And you're just going to have so much fun. So like I said, we share things all the time. The difference here is you get paid a lot of money to do so. So I hope that this inspired you. I hope that I answered any questions you might have had, and I hope you had fun. And I want to say thank you so much for joining us.